Hey, Mike,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good.
That's good to hear.
How you,
So,
how you
uh, I'm good. I forgot my coffee up front. Bummer. Shucks.
don't mean to make
See,
you jealous, but it's good.
I'm sure that tastes so good. You son of a gun. Um, how are you?
I'm all good, man.
You good?
You
Awesome.
look,
So
you're looking good. You got a different flow to your hair today.
I do. Yeah, there's some product in there. I don't mess around. I do the messy
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
Um,
2021 product this year.
yes, yes. We're doing it big, man. We're doing it big. So you and I were going back and
Oh
forth about
no,
what we're
we're
going to talk
buzzing.
about. Oh, we're buzzing? Yeah, you good?
I think we're good now. We had a little pause
All
there.
right. All right, cool. So we were
All right, we're
going
good.
back and forth about what we were going to talk about.
Yes.
And you said something about runners who shave their legs.
Why not?
And I thought, hey, that's a fantastic idea. I could
Yeah.
talk for hours about runners who shave their legs.
Right. So,
Um,
have you ever shaved your legs as a competitive runner?
yes, but not for the reason that most people do.
Well,
I I did it because I had to wear like ankle tape.
yep.
And so in order to get that tape off without ripping the hairs out of my legs, I shaved the area that I had to tape, you know?
Makes
A little
sense.
preemptive shaving.
Yeah,
Uh,
that makes total sense,
And
and that's a popular reason why people do shave.
yeah, totally. Other reasons, and I don't know if it has any effect on your running in particular.
Hmm.
Some like I had a kid on my team. I won't name names. Won't name names. But a kid on
Okay.
my team in high school who shaved his legs because he thought it made him run faster, right? Like aerodynamics. Smooth
Yeah.
legs,
Yep.
the air can go around your leg much quicker. And
Yep.
I don't know if it makes that big of a difference.
He was correct, by the way.
Was he? That's
Yes.
wow.
so,
So he did he actually gain time because he had shaved legs?
so there's some people who did study this, and they studied it with cyclists and with runners. And don't quote me on it, and I can't. If someone wants to study, I can find it again. But
Hmm.
over the years, I've always had this question. I've always, with females, it's more common to shave the legs, so it's just more socially normal. But all the
Hmm.
male runners that I've worked with at the elite level, I would always ask, like, what's the reason? And there's a bunch of different reasons that I got. So I kind of have all these the pool of reasons in there. But I did research
Hmm.
it, and in like a 40K, I don't know why they picked this distance, but in a 40-kilometer run, they found that shaving legs can save 5 seconds on a 40K run.
Wow,
Now,
geez, Louise.
that might
That's
not
not
seem like a
that,
lot,
if you're an elite athlete though, and like,
right?
you need all the help you can get.
Right? 5 seconds is gold medal to bronze medal or no medal in some races, right? Even those
Hmm.
distance races. And then with cyclists, it was like 30 seconds or something that you can gain. And it's all because of what you said, the wind resistance is less drag. Um,
Wow.
so, yeah, I always thought it was BS too. And that's only one study that I saw. I got to
Hmm.
find more. That was pretty impressive. The fact that they noticed a 5 second difference is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean it sounds like a performance enhancer, you know,
It is. It
right? They
is.
should I don't know if they don't make rules against shaving your legs, so I say shave away, man.
Right? It's a legal performance enhancement.
I'll take it.
Right?
I gotta bust out the razor. I need to shave this like whatever I got going on here too. sure that
It's all
helps.
drag. It's all wind resistant.
Right? Just
But you
bic
can make
everything.
it, right? But think about back in the 70s, with the
Mhm.
pre and all these amazing runners, they weren't shaving their legs. They had beards and they had long hair, and they were still
Mhm.
blazing fast, you
Yeah.
know. But like you said, if it gives you a little bit of an edge, and why not? If I was ever in a competitive runner in my life at, at that level, I would do it just according to this research. You give me 5 seconds, I'll take 5 seconds.
I'll take 5 seconds. I can tell you I won't ever run 40K, but if I did, I'll take five
If you did,
seconds.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
10 miles, you're going to gain 2 seconds, right? Something
Right,
like
I'll
that.
take it. Yeah, I'll take 2 seconds, you know? Um,
So your
so
old, so your old teammate was correct.
you know that guy, smart guy, you know?
He
He
was,
knew what he
yeah.
was doing.
Yeah, he
Um,
did.
so all right. So we now learn that shaving your legs is a legal performance enhancer.
Yeah.
Do you know of any other legal performance enhancers that people can implement into their running?
Oh,
Because
wow.
I know you had talked about how um like what was it? Oh, static stretching or something made you like slower if you ran like 100 meter dash or something right after you did it
Yeah,
in some
yeah.
study. So would doing a dynamic warm up before you run, would that be a legal performance enhancer?
You know, everything that I've preached in my career, I would consider a legal performance enhancer. You know, um,
Yeah.
doing a proper warm up, getting some tissue release and trigger point release before you exercise, some good
Mm-hmm.
muscle activation or race prep type of, um, adding that type of thing into your warm up.
Mm-hmm.
Adequate flexibility, good strength, having a good night's sleep, good nutritional fuel in your body. They're all legal ways, and they've all been proven one time or another to um, improve performance. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but then then you got people like I don't know if you've seen the documentary about Michael Jordan and the uh, the Last Dance about the Chicago Bulls back when they had their dynasty. These guys are
Oh, I
drinking beer and
didn't.
smoking cigars before they play,
Right. Yeah,
right?
they did pretty good from what I gathered.
Yeah, yeah, he was okay, Michael Jordan. He's done pretty well for
It was
himself.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It
But
is
this.
interesting
Go ahead.
because like some people can get away with that stuff,
Yeah,
and I think about say like you brought up Michael Jordan, right? So Michael Jordan smoking, drinking before maybe before he played and stuff. And then you've got like the new athletes like a LeBron James or like a Steph Curry or like a even I'm sure Kobe was kind of the same way, but they take such good care of their bodies these
yeah,
days. Um, like with the nutrition and with like all of the advancements in technology, um, that like it's interesting to try to like quantify the improvements that that makes, you know?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
would LeBron James be just as good as he is now if he, you know, did what Michael Jordan did?
Right.
Who knows,
Or
right?
would Michael Jordan have been better if he didn't smoke cigars and do that? Who knows? These people are anomalies, right? They're at that level
Yeah.
for a reason. But as you know, everyone else, any advantage we can get, which is kind of what we
Mm-hmm.
got on this topic about, I think we should do. And I don't think we should risk. I don't think there's any studies that show not taking care of yourself and smoking cigars make you a better athlete, right? But
I
also,
haven't I haven't seen one.
yeah, me neither. But also, you think about like skill. Yeah, the running is a skill, but it's obviously like just mental and physical endurance and being able to withstand pain. That's the major skill. But things like
Yeah,
basketball, can you shoot a basketball just as well after you smoked a cigar versus without smoking a cigar? Probably,
I
right?
think so. Yeah,
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
yeah.
That's
I
funny.
think
We're going to talk about shaving legs, and now we're talking about smoking cigars and performance enhancement.
right. Who would have known?
Who would have
Um,
known?
but like we actually were talking about this today on our little our podcast, my podcast with Ray, and we got in a little bit about like some of the like technologies in like footwear nowadays that
Right.
really do enhance your performance, so
Right.
much so that they have to like regulate, the thickness of the foams, the like levers that they put in there. Um, so it is kind of interesting how, as humans, it seems like we're always kind of trying to push the envelope,
Right.
um, so much so that like we're some of us like say a Lance Armstrong or like people are willing to put their like bodies on the line to get better.
When you say put your bodies on the line, like doing things illegal that could be harmful in the long run.
Correct, yeah. And
Yeah.
that seems like kind of an interesting thing that humans do, that they're
Yeah.
like willing to put, say, like there's people who say blood dope like Lance who like died because they did it, um and for him and other people to be willing to like give their life up to ride a bike faster, it seems
Right.
a little mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
But I guess
But I
like,
guess when that's your life,
right,
right? If that's your life, that's
yeah,
your livelihood, and you could establish yourself as the best in the world or best in Europe, best in the country. I can only imagine the pressure. I can see why they're tempted. I don't approve
mm-hmm.
of it, but I can see the temptation. If you're like dragging behind the pack and you're going to lose your sponsorship and all these things, that's a lot of pressure. I can't imagine because I'm not a professional athlete and never will be. But
Mm-hmm.
obviously that's the reason. What and they got to that point because they're so driven and so passionate about their sport that
Mm-hmm.
something switches and now they're just going to do just about anything.
Right. Yeah. And I'm in the same boat. Like I couldn't do it myself, but I do see why, Like
Yeah.
if they were like, "Hey man, you gotta do this crazy thing or you can't sell shoes," I might just go, I might do it, man. I might do
You
it.
might you might do some blood doping to sell more crooks.
If they said I could sell a couple more shoes, I might do it. I just love it that much.
I hear you. It's your passion.
It's my passion. Um, no, I don't condone that. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Um, so uh, let's see. So yeah, so some of the technologies and things, like I was actually talking to Aaron, who uses these like this like strap that does like his heart rate over and over
Yeah.
again. Like I have the Apple Watch and it gives you like all these metrics and data and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think those all that information that people are using can be used to enhance performance as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like I have seen, so like I was just curious. So he showed me like his little app and it gives him, basically coaches him on like how much sleep he needs, how much strain he's put on his body, whether he is going to have like a good workout that day because of the amount of strain and recovery um, he's kind of put
What
together. It's
what app is
a,
it?
what is it called? It's like a Whoop. Whoop is the name of it.
WOOP?
WHOOP.
Oh, Wahoo.
Whoop. So the
Wahoo.
Whoop. So it's like it's interesting. So I was looking at it and it's basically like a heart rate monitor with maybe some like accelerometers and stuff built into it. But it's a heart rate monitor that takes your heart rate like 100 times a second or a minute or something. So it's like constantly on 24/7. Um, it's like waterproof and all that, and like 5 days of battery life and blah blah blah. But it gives you all the data while you're awake and then while you're sleeping, and actually can like figure out whether you went for a run or a bike ride or whatever. And then it just what Aaron and another guy who works here, Brian, has it. What they like about it is it's not just like a big spreadsheet with all this like data. It's actually kind of like a coach, basically, like having a coach that will tell you, like, hey, man, you had a hard workout. You need to get 8 hours of sleep, or you're going to have a crappy day tomorrow,
I like it.
which is kind of cool. I thought it's
Yeah,
very, I mean,
I'm listening.
it seems kind of cool, but it is like expensive. That like it's like a monthly fee. Like this, I hate when companies do that, but it's like a monthly fee.
Everyone's got that model.
It's like the subscription thing, and I'm like, ah, man. I
It's
see
like the
it come
Netflix
out
model.
every month, and I'm like, nah, I don't know if I need this.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
know. But I'm gonna look that one up. That sounds good. Doesn't
it's a
replace your own personal coach, who's a good advocate. But for those
mhm.
who don't want to go that route, that's great. I
Yeah, and
see
what
nothing
Brian,
wrong with that.
yeah, and Brian's like an actual coach too. Like he coaches at Bryant College and or Bryant University. Sorry, if
Yeah,
anybody's from Bryant, they had that's a big thing. It was Bryant College when I was at Rick, and then when I
yeah.
was there, it flipped to Bryant University. And
Don't go back. Yeah,
don't if you
yeah.
call it Bryant College, they'll let you know. Anyway, he coaches, so he'll have maybe an athlete wear it that he's kind of concerned about or training, and then he
Yep,
can use the data to coach him better.
that's great. So it's
Yeah,
like a coaching assistant.
yeah, like a like an assistant coach. Whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah,
Whoop.
there it is.
um,
Woohoo,
do
there it
you
is.
do you have because I've gone to your place and done like the gait analysis
Yep.
and done all that. That's another form of like performance enhancing, right? Because you'll take a look at form and
Mhm.
figure out inefficiencies and try to get people better.
Yeah, it's definitely a tool that's been very valuable. We don't put all our stock into that when we're working with athletes. That's why the whole slow motion video analysis program. It's not just the video and okay, here's what we found, but it's the video, here's what we found, and now let's do a head to toe assessment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how you're functioning, mobility wise, strength wise, posture, and then we put all that information together. Yeah, it's a
Mm-hmm.
legal yeah, I would guess we consider performance enhancement knowledge. If you knew you were overstriding and you're continually dealing with shin splints or chronic stress injuries, and we find that you're overstriding and your knees too straight, we can make that modification. We can not prevent, but we can totally lessen the incidence of injuries by making modifications. So that's a
Mm-hmm.
performance enhancement. If you're not hurt and you're running, you're competing better than if you're sitting on the couch with your foot in a boot, right?
That's a very good point. Very good point.
Right.
Cool. So I think I gotta kind of wrap this sucker up because I gotta get to
Yeah.
work. But I
This
think
we took
moving
we took a tangent.
just a
We did.
left turn on that one. Shaving legs
Yeah.
to gait analysis. Whoop.
Yeah.
I mean, that
To
was a good.
smoking cigars before you work out.
Right. I say a solid
All right.
coffee talk today, Mike.
That was solid. Top of the morning. All right.
All right,
That was
I'm gonna
fun.
go get my coffee. Thank you
All right.
for everybody who tuned in, and thank you, Mike, for coming on by.
Pleasure as always. See you next week. Bye,
We'll see
everybody.
you next week. Bye.